We went up to Baltimore, y'all. We came, we saw, we didn't conquer. The better team on M&T Bank Stadium field won the football game, but there is a lot to talk about this one. I'm not going to make any excuse. I'm not going to point the referees or do any of that, but let's talk about it. This is Washington Commanders post-game brawl following a loss 30-23 to the Baltimore Ravens. Let's talk about it. Here we go, y'all. Our first slice of humble pie in the 2024 season. Washington gets their first loss since week 1 up in Baltimore, 30-23 to the Baltimore Ravens. Kind of hard to win when Lamar's over 320. Derrick Henry's over 130 yards and gets in the end zone twice. Zay Flowers is over 130. Bateman's over 70. Mark Andrews comes back with 3 for 66 and a touchdown. Our defense got belt to ass. They got their ass handed to them for 60 minutes straight. We're not going to come here. We're not going to excuse make. We're not going to point fingers to referees. We're going to talk about this game because Washington had plenty of opportunities to stay in it. I'm looking at the team stats in this game. Time of possession. We were fucking dominated at our own game today. We were shown by the better team what it looks like to dominate time of possession. I'm looking at it right now. 36 minutes to 23 minutes. They had the ball for a quarter more than us. Washington did not turn the ball over today, and it did not matter. We forced a turnover early. If we didn't force a turnover on the first drive of the game, the Ravens might have scored every time they touched the football at some point. But 84 yards of offense to 305. 484 yards to 305. Washington throws for 250. The Ravens threw for over 308, but you know with the sacks, you know the yard difference. Lamar was over 300 passing. Jaden almost got his first 300-yard day. Jaden Daniels, still one of the few bright spots for the team. Jaden Daniels, 269 today, 11 incompletions, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. The body catch bandit, our number 1 receiver, Terry McLaurin, he was able to only about 58 yards receiving, but he caught 2 touchdowns. But before we start giving any credit to anybody, we got to talk about all the bad that happened on that field today. Lamar Jackson had enough time in the pocket today to make faux sandwiches, side order, DoorDash some more shit, get some beverages, invite some hoes over, and have a fucking party, and still had time to throw the ball all day. It hurt that Dorrance Armstrong hurt his ribs earlier in this game. It hurt that Brian Robinson Jr. didn't play today, but I don't want to hear none of that. I hope Dorrance Armstrong and I hope Jonathan Allen are okay, by the way. J.C. Horn is not a saving grace, but if we can add to that secondary, you got to. We had a couple weeks. Our defense got to feast on some lukewarm offenses like the Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns. Our defense got to see what a real offense looked like today. And good God almighty, did they get their ass beat like a drum up M&T Bank Stadium all day. I'm not sure I heard Frankie Louvu's name called today. We had no pressure on Lamar. Dante Fowler Jr., you are like the only player on the defense that I will give any props today. Dante Fowler Jr. had 2 sacks today. Congratulations to him. If only those sacks meant anything to this ball game. 484 yards of offense, 7.4 yards of play. You're spotting them 70% of a first down every time you lined up today. It was a manhood issue. It was a talent deficiency issue. We don't have all the pieces we need. Is the season over? No, it's not. We got the Panthers and Bears. We can compete and we can go. Those are winnable football games. Those are losable football games as well. But with Jaden 5 at the helm, Jaden Daniels, JD 5 at the helm, we have a chance each week. But God, the defense, I cannot. Shout out to Mikey Sainristil for catching his first career interception off a deflection and Dante Fowler Jr. And that is all the positive I'm going to say about the defense today. No, we don't need to fire anybody. We don't need to fire a defensive coordinator after falling to 4-2. We don't need to do any of that shit, but The defense is just bad, man. You jinxed the running game, Rio, but B-Rob. But yeah, I didn't jinx it, man. They dogged us, man. The Ravens were I did overlook the Ravens rush defense. I said it's because they've played bad running backs. No, it's because they're good at rushing defense. So for that, I will tip my cap to Baltimore. I was wrong. Wrongo, incorrect. We're going to do what we want in the running game. Fuck no. They said no, absolutely not. And while they continued to pound the rock on our soft ass defense all day, we were not able to run the ball. And Cliff Kingsbury was on some other shit today, but I'm not going to get to the offense yet. We got to talk about this defense. Benjamin St-Juste, the French-Canadian cornerback with one interception in his entire existence in his life. Benjamin St-Juste extended almost every Baltimore Ravens drive that happened today. He extended every single drive that came out. We got 423 in the chat right now. Smash that like button. We need corners. We need safety. We need a lot of stuff. But the high of winning 4 in a row, we was riding high into this one, and we talked a lot of shit, so I'm here to back it up. We lost. We got punched today, and our defense didn't have any punch back in them. They talk about playing violent, hitting first. You don't beat a team that's better than you playing defense like that. We weren't physical. We weren't covering. We got beaten zone. We got beaten man. They just manhandled us, bro. Derrick Henry had the chillest 130 and 2 touchdowns he's ever had in his life. Nigga didn't have to break a sweat today because we offered no resistance. We can't win them all. Yeah, I know, but we got to talk about some of this shit. We got to talk about how this game played out today, because while we ended up cutting it to a touchdown at the end of the game, let's not act like Washington really looked like we lost by a touchdown today. It definitely felt like we lost by 10 to 14 games, but Jaden Daniels kept fighting to the very end. My only game balls I'm giving out today: Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, and Dante Fowler Jr. for getting 2 sacks and an interception for Mikey Sanders still. That is all your game balls you're getting for me, because fuck no. Noah Brown, very tough receiver. He's our most gritty receiver. Glad to have him back this week. If Noah Brown didn't exist, I don't know how we started to move the ball. Baltimore neutralized Jaden Daniels' legs today and said, you're going to beat us through the air. He ended up with about 270 yards or just under passing, 11 completions on the day. The pressure was getting to him at times, but our rookie stood in strong. So it's not a week we're going to knock our quarterback. He still hooped today, but the team, it didn't matter what Jaden Daniels did. It didn't matter, because if we would have tied it up, Baltimore would have got the ball back and they would have kept scoring. They would have kept scoring. But Cliff Kingsbury, I'm not sure what the offensive plan was today. It was like Brian Robinson Jr. being out, put the battery in Cliff's back to say, fuck running the ball. We're not even going to try to establish the run. I don't feel like there was a concerted effort to try to make the run happen today. Today, it felt like running the ball was just a, here, nigga, damn. Here, run the ball here, damn. Okay? You know? That's cool. The play calling was not great today, but Jaden Daniels still was effective, but was not enough, and it was never going to be enough. It would have took a near perfect game. It would have took the Cincinnati Bengals game from our offense to beat the Ravens today. And I'm not sure that's enough, because their offense took our defense, right? And they abused us all day. It was abuse from the start to the finish. They annihilated us. No lubrication. They was in us all afternoon. Run game was lacking because we didn't make any attempt to actually run the ball. The running was like, here's a run. We're going to go back to passing now. It was closer to an Eric Bieniemy type called game, but the Baltimore defense showed the fuck up today. The Baltimore defense showed the fuck up today. So we're going to give this to them. We're not going to take anything from Baltimore. They outplayed us on both sides of the ball, and they took care of business. They beat a football team that they are better than, and it showed the deficiencies and the holes on this roster. They were magnified today. They were magnified today, but we're not going to make any excuse for it. Was the officiating a little off today? Sure. Not giving the refs credit. Washington had their chances, and they couldn't make anything happen for it. Every time a third down conversion needed to happen, penalty or big play, those were the two options for the defense today. Lamar was 6 of 10 on third down. Washington was 1 of 1 on fourth down again, so we're 9 of 9 on the year, but 28 first downs to 18 first down. They had a quarter of time of possession on us today. You're not going to win a ball game when the other team has 36 minutes time of possession till you're just under 24 minutes time of possession, man. So respect and GGs to the Baltimore Ravens offense, defense, and special teams. Washington had a kick either blocked or it was just a weird looking miss. Everything that could have went wrong happened to us today. We saw Austin Seibert miss his first field goal of the season. Are we saying cut Austin Seibert? Absolutely not. So we're not firing coaches over this one. We already know what that roster looks like. But our defense, Cinderella is not going to make it to the carriage tonight. The other ball is not going to drop. The other shoe is dropped this week. We were humbled in Baltimore, 30-23. I'm not going to make any excuses up for this one. Lamar Jackson didn't even have to run on us today. He didn't even have to swag on us, finesse on us, break a sweat or anything. He got to sit back in the pocket and just do whatever he wanted to. Just sit back there and chill. Wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, wide open all day. Let this humble pie speak deeply. The defense, you're not good enough to compete versus even the Dallas and Philadelphias of the world right now. We took advantage of some bad offenses earlier in the season. I'm not tripping on the offense because the offense, even in a bad day, we still put 23 points up and we gave ourselves a chance on the road. 23 points on the road is always going to give you a chance. But this defense, when we play some highly potent offenses, when Dallas finally gets their rhythm back, when Philadelphia gets their groove back like Stella, when we play some of the better offenses, even like New Orleans and Atlanta, they can put points up on the board. This defense can't, it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable, y'all. Defense just wasn't working for us, and St. Juice's complete ass. Yeah, St. Juice cost us so much today, man. Cost us so much, but I'm not even on the offense's head top. As bad as a game as I felt Cliff Kingsbury called, I feel like the offense gave us any chance we had in this ball game today. Oh yeah, cornerback in the first round, you can lock that shit up because even if we sign one of the higher touted cornerback prospects in free agency, I believe there's a couple cornerbacks that are worth note of. It's not time for that yet, man. I mean, we need so much help at the cornerback position. Henry was the biggest problem. Nah, it wasn't even Henry. Like Henry got his in spurts. Zay Flowers looked like Tyreek Hill versus us today. Mark Andrews, welcome to 2024. We welcomed him with open arms into 2024. Lamar sat back in the pocket. Like Henry was getting his, but Henry wasn't the main cause of why this defense was getting cooked. We couldn't stop them through the air. Lamar sat back in the pocket, comfortable as hell. Zacchaeus dropped the key pass, but I'm not putting none of this on the offense because it don't matter what the offense did. We could have scored 37 today. I bet you the Ravens would have had 44-47 up. We could have scored almost every time. I think we could have replicated the Cincinnati Bengals game, and we still would have lost today because that offense owned us. They put us on our lap and put belt to ass from the opening kickoff. We got bailed out early from a tipped ball interception. Thank you, Mikey Sanders, still for liking nice things. But we have a lot of holes on this roster, and it's games like today that magnify how many holes we have, especially on the defensive side of the ball. We're not about to F. Wiley and Cliff Kingsbury for having a bad game. Olamide Zacchaeus dropped some passes early. Zach Ertz, all of that. Terry was held to under 60 yards, but he got in the end zone 2 times. I'm not going to damn anybody on the defensive side of the ball today, but on the offensive side of the ball today, because offense was the only reason we didn't lose by 40 points today. Commanders win the NFC East. Hope to see you in the Super Bowl. However, your defense is really bad, but your offense is next level when it comes to NFC football. Appreciate that and respects and GG's up to the Baltimore Ravens fans in the chat. I told you I'll take my loss on the chat. 1 touchdown game. Vegas had that shit dialed up to a T. It felt and looked like more than a 1 possession game. I will not hold you on that one, but our defense got a long way to go. Juice literally ruined a whole drive, being grabby, getting beat, doing everything but playing proper defense. Your ability to share all the knowledge you got is something to all at. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I'm a fucking nerd. I don't have a life and I live this football shit. So appreciate you for that. We still a work in progress. It's going to take some time, but guess what? We can get back to 5-2 with an NFC victory versus the Carolina Panthers next week, but I'm not willing to do that. We're going to take this L on the chin. I'm going to go on this Ravens channel later, and we're going to have Misery Monday, and then we're going to do Misery Tuesday with Lake Lewis, and then we got to shake back. One of the few bright spots for the Washington Commanders today, Jaden Daniels. 24 for 35, 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Happy to see that despite how good Baltimore played on the defensive side of the ball today, Jaden was still able to somewhat get his shit off, still put up 2 touchdowns with no turnover. That's 2 touchdowns more than CJ Stroud put on the Ravens in 2 games last year. I'm gonna say that one more time, just in case people thought that Jaden was a part of the problem today. Did he miss a couple throws? Absolutely. Did he throw a couple interceptable passes? Absolutely. He was not able to get it going with his legs today, but in this one game, he played better than Stroud played versus the Ravens in 2 games last year. So if you need something to hold your head on, I'm not going for no moral victories this week. I'm not going, ooh, this Broncos orange on blue look kind of good. I ain't going to hold you. This Broncos orange jersey on blue pants look good. I'm not going to hold you. Let me stay on topic, though. Sure, the defense is bad before the game. We knew without B-Rob, no running point either. I think 11-6 record at this point. Hold our horses on that. We got one at a time. Carolina is worthy of our attention, even as bad as that team is going. Jaden needs more talent around. Of course. Like 4-1 or not, we knew we were never going to fill every hole in the offseason. We were never going to fill every hole in one offseason. Adam Peters, I seen people earlier talking about Adam Peters lost this game. Fuck out of here with that noise. Like, what are we? Let's not lose our fucking minds. I know we're hype. I know we've been on our high horse for a month in a row, but let's fucking relax, y'all. Let's not pack the season up because we lost to a better football team. Forbes could have helped, but nah, Forbes would not have helped shit today, Jalen's dad. I'm sorry, bro. We're not talking about a nigga that can't even be active. A healthy scratch would not have changed the ball game today, sir. Because Forbes is just as shitty, probably shittier than St. Jude. St. Jude's puts more decent on tape than Emmanuel Forbes. Emmanuel Forbes would not have had no fucking outcome on the ball game today. This loss is on Ron Rivera. Oh, man, it is what it is, man. Humble pie, man. Any given Sunday. Yeah, we don't have a good corner on this roster. The best corner this year is Noah Igbenogany. I don't even know if a Dallas loss is going to make me feel any better, but, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and sulk about it. We got beat by a better football team today. We had our chances, and we failed every time we were called to the podium. Every time we were called to the middle of the ring, our defense folded. We're missing tackles still. Blitzing was not an option today. Derrick Henry cooked us. And Flowers cooked us, and Lamar Jackson cooked us, and Nelson Aguilar is getting chunk plays, and Rashad Bateman is getting. It was like, you get a big play, you get a chunk, you get a big play, you get a big play, you get a gift. We were the fucking most charitable defense out there at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard today. We need a stable of corners, and we need safety help because we still don't get much safety help over the top. But everybody calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. We don't need to take Wiley out because he had a bad game. He's been playing good football this year. We don't need to damn the whole roster because we had a bad game versus a better Baltimore Ravens team. I know we all wanted this shit. I know we all wanted this shit. If you told me in August that we lost to the Ravens this close, I would have been shocked. You can't fix everything in one off season. And I'm not gonna moral victory you to death because fuck that. I wanted to win this game, and this was a winnable football game. Did we win? No. But I'm not going to sit here and just hold my head high because we lost the one possession game to the Ravens because the fashion in which it took place. We got bullied today, guys. We got to Lamar a few times, though, but those 280, we let these Bamas drive 94 yards twice versus us today. We let the Ravens drive down the field 94 yards twice today. Can't win with that. You can't win football games with that. How do you win a football game? Time of possession wise, what the fuck is the offense supposed to do when you're giving up 80 something? What are you supposed to do? Oh, man. Washington falls to 4-2. Baltimore took our lunch money today, but the season's not over. We don't need to kick our backs in and throw the season away after this one. But my, that defense did not look good. That defense did not look good. They did not look average. They did not look decent. They looked fucking terrible. It looked like what we expected coming into the season this year. It looked like a lot of the past. I'm good. I'm pretty cool on the most part. I'm pretty cool. I'm not angry, but I just don't like the fashion in which we lost the ball game. If the defense would have at least, like, you can at least get a stop in the second half. They scored every time they touched the ball in the second. The fuck is the offense supposed to do? If B-Rob would have played, the defense might have been able to get more rest and suck a little less. Nah, B-Rob could have played. Walter Payton could have played. Barry fucking Sanders could have played for us today. Unless they could play defense, they weren't going to have any impact on this ball game today, my family. Rio, the future is bright. We got our QB, and at the end of the day, we do have to sit back and say, 5 is still him. 5 is still that guy. 5 is still that guy. We definitely have a quarterback, and he went crazy. He had a good game today. 94-yard drives twice. How many teams have done that this year in one game? That shit is not cool, man. But not the lack of effort. Yep. Lack of effort, all of that shit. And the penalties, we can't have that. We cannot have a lot of interesting jersey pants combinations today. Let me stay on topic. Let me lock in. But yeah, man. Frankie Louisville, did he play football today? Did he register a stat today? It felt like he had a Myles Garrett versus us type performance today. Jaden definitely passed the test. Unfortunately, it is a team game, and it takes 11 guys on offense, 11 guys on defense, and special teams. We missed the field goal. We left 3 points out there on the board, but it probably wouldn't have meant anything. It wouldn't have meant anything. We get three more points. We're still down 4. We're still down 4, and that gives Baltimore the ball back. Anything that results in giving Baltimore the ball back would have lost this game for us today. So as much as we try to, B-Rob would have been a game changer. B-Rob would have definitely helped, but B-Rob can't play defense. So we were not ever going to fucking be able to stop them today. It was never going to happen, but it's all good. JD5 is still that dude, and I like Agent Zero. Shout out to the rookies making a difference today. I'm going to go back and rewatch this game at some point before I do my Misery Monday stream tomorrow. It looks like our defense is still stuck in the past. It definitely did today. It definitely did. I thought that the interception was the tone setter, but they came back and beat our bodies like we were in. Yeah, man. They drag nuts on us and on their home field. I'm good with it. I didn't go off when the Percy touchdown and BSJ garbage, but overall, we almost there. We got a long way to go on defense. Louisville took the day off with Allen and Payne. Yep, I don't want to hear nothing about tequila this week, Frankie Louisville, but he's still been our best defensive player. I hope Jonathan Allen is okay. Before we get out of here, we got a couple players injured today. I really hope we don't lose Doris Armstrong. I hope it was just bruised ribs or some shit and not a laceration or nothing like that. I'm just coming in. Y'all got one coming from the flock. Respect and GG's to Ravens Nation, to all of y'all who talked your shit, not talked shit to y'all. GG's. Good game. Y'all beat us fair and square. I'm not going to blame no referees for it. I'm not going to excuse make or any of the above. Y'all took our food today. Y'all took our lunch money. No W's for Washington today. No W's from Washington today. Y'all took care of business. The better football team won. That's not true. Time of possession would have played a part. It would have played a part. We would not have won if B-Rob played today, guys. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Don't do that. We would not have won if B-Rob played today. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. You could have gave us Christian McCaffrey. We were not going to beat these niggas today. We were not going to beat this football team unless you give me if you give me TJ Watt, if you give me Sauce Gardner, Derek Stingley, then nothing offense could have done today would have won this football game, because if you give the Ravens the ball back, they were going to score on us. We did not stop them one time in the second half today. It don't matter what the offense did today. The defense was going to let them score on us. Did Cliff call his best in the first half? No, he didn't call a good game today, but I'm going to shoot the offense some bail. Nothing they would have done today was going to win us that football game. The Ravens offense dominated us. You know what we did to the Cardinals and to the Browns? Their offense turned the table. They dogged us. I'll be watching it. I will not be going live for it. My kid's probably coming over this evening, so I'm going to have me a good dinner still. And the Commanders do not suck. The Commanders do not suck. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all win in the North. I guess you mean the East? We're going to be in it for sure. None of that happens. Trade for J.C. Horn, I would be down with it. But just to put it in full context like I have before, J.C. Horn is not going to miraculously save this defense. He can help. He was a first-round top 10 talent, 8th overall a few years ago. He's missed over 20 games to injury in his career, and when he has played, he's been solid. He has not been a perfect or great prospect. That is not for sure going to change the defense. I'm just letting y'all know that before we start begging for players and expecting them to come in and save our defense. We lost against one of the best, but we proved even with all but useless defense, the margin shows we're no joke. We're definitely not a joke. We're not a joke. We're not in the NFC North, my brother, NFC East. But, yeah, we're not a joke. We had a show. We had our chances despite all of it. That's why I say I don't want nothing about no referees, B-Rob being out, none of that, Forbes being inactive. None of that would have changed the fact that we were not going to stop the Ravens enough times to win this game today. Very decent barometer. It shows we're not quite there yet, but OZ had a drop in the first half. He did. It helped sway momentum, but ultimately the Ravens were going to get the ball back. Brandon Coleman, my dog. We have a wide receiver one who caught 2 touchdowns today. We have a great wide receiver two in Noah Brown. Noah Brown, the grittiest, hands-catchingest receiver we have on the roster right now. Jaden had an off day and still was being productive in passing for touchdown. He threw a couple off passes. I don't know if I call it an off day. It was just a great performance by the other defense, and he didn't have a run game to lean on. So it was save us, Jaden, or you're cooked. Montgomery, who fresh off an extension, just scored on Dallas. Dallas is down 7-3. Let's hate watch the shit out of him, my boy. Let's hate watch him. I'm not the reason why we lost today. I don't play defense for the Washington Commanders. Good try, though. Good try. And, hey, my rookie quarterback, he went blow for blow. We ain't have it on defense today. Y'all won the game, man. I don't got nothing to do. Johnny Newton had one tackle that I saw today. He was getting punished. Trade for Cardinals, Buda Baker. Buda Baker, his name always comes up at the deadline, but he never gets traded. 13-4 is ambitious because the schedule is soft, but touchdown line, I still like where we're going, but the defense just, yeah. Ugh. That shit was nasty. Shout out to Noah Brown, though. Shout out to catching with your hands. Love that. Smash the like button like Mason said. We've been live since 9:30 a.m. We punched the clock and we put in a full 8 hours worth of content in the day. We're going to wrap this one up in a little bit. I'm going to hop over on our Ravens channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Y'all, the Ravens were just better. Exactly, Eric. Don't make excuses. Our defense wasn't good enough. You need to see that where you need to get better. We'll be all right. Thank you, Eric Green Jr. That's exactly how I feel after this one today. We lost to a better football team, and it did not matter what we did offensively. If the Ravens were put in a situation where they had to score, they were going to score on us. They were going to score. We were not going to stop them. But we shake back from this one, y'all. Pick your heads up. Get your feelings out. Blow some steam off. Have a drink. Get some ass. Do whatever you got to do. We shaking back. Xavier Howard has a case, a revenge PORN type of case that he needs to get figured out. So I don't think that's an option for this team. I'll be honest, this was still good for us. We did not play up to par, but the spike that we still gave them a heck of a game. Just wait until I feel this. But at the same time, I don't want to play into the moral victory shit. Like, I want us to be past holding our heads up and sticking our chin high because we played well against a much better football team. But I do understand where you're coming from, and I feel that. Man. See, we are still 10 out of 10 on fourth. Yeah, we haven't not converted a fourth all season. Y'all heard Queen Sheen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We're over 14,100 strong in here, and we added some ops to the list today. Y'all got us this week, Baltimore. Y'all got us. I talk my shit, and I will stand here and take my loss like a man. Hey, Rio, give us some insight into Emmanuel Forbes. Is he healthy? Yes, he just stinks, but everybody stinks in that DB room. So it tells you a lot about him being inactive. Emmanuel Forbes is fine. That was a healthy scratch. Not going to lie, I feel like I'm tired of saying we're almost there. We can win right now. You're not going to win every game. We had chances. We punted a few times. Measurement game. We cool, man. We going to be all right. We get a Panthers game. We got to get our shit right, and we got to get ready for Chicago because Chicago and Caleb Williams, them boys rolled the Jacksonville Jaguars in London today. Their offense is finally starting to hit on cylinders. So we got to get our shit ready. We got to take the Panthers game seriously. Andy Dalton is a veteran quarterback, and that expense. Speaking of Andy Dalton, he just threw a touchdown to Deontay Johnson, but we cannot act like it. Bucks put 51 on the Saints. Jesus Christ. 51. My. Respect to the Ravens, man. Fat boy Ravens fan. My boy Blaze. All of y'all. Respect and GGs. Y'all got us. Respect to y'all. We posting with a towel on the head right now talking about a loss because Washington just fell back to 4-2. Hopefully, I think we're still going to be on top of the division at the end of the week, but we got some things we need to improve on, goddammit. We need to keep our 2 third-round picks for corners. Shit, trade up twice. We may need to go corner to start the draft because honestly, I don't want anybody Ron picked anymore. I want us to just phase all these Bamas off the roster. I didn't like those hits Jaden took, not one bit, especially because some of the hits he took were on stupid play calls. Like Cliff has been calling a phenomenal season, so I'm not going to beat up on Cliff. He's not going to be a punching bag for me, but Jaden took some unnecessary hits because of the play calling, left him open and subject to get fucked up. Like, we opened his chin up to get smacked a couple times, but he took him on the chin and he kept going and he kept playing and going forward. Shout out to my rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels, who picked up the second loss of his career, but he's thrown for the most yards. He needed to throw for every bit of 269 for us to be in this game today. 2 touchdowns to Terry Cloran. It's all good. It's all good on this side. I feel like Adam Peters is going to go grab some key players before the year is over. We'll make a crazy playoff push. Let this game be a building block and a learning matter for a young football team. There are definitely some available players in free agency that Washington should be looking at the cornerback position, but you can almost put it in wax and put it in ink. Washington's first round pick in 2025 will most certainly be a fucking cornerback because, Lord have mercy. Our cornerback room. We are relying on Noah Igbenogany to be our best corner right now, and that is not where it's at. We need to keep our hey, whatever Adam Peters decides to do, I'm with it, because this loss today or not, we still got a lot of football game to be played yet. If there was any talk about JD being not that guy today, he proved he is of that ilk. Yet he is legit. The Forbes situation is unfortunate. I thought he would have been way better. There was no reason Emmanuel Forbes was ever supposed to be picked top 16 in the draft. Let's beat the shit out of the Panthers next week. We gotta beat a team we're supposed to beat if we want to compete for the playoffs this year. I mean, you can't pick Forbes over Gonzalez ever in the history of the world. Yep, and you can't take Jamin Davis over Christian Darrisaw or Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, and you can't take Jahan Dotson over Kyle Hamilton or Chris Olave. But what happened, and it got us to here today. We got us a quarterback, though. If there's one thing you could take away from this game, we got us a motherfucking quarterback, bro. Can you name someone, the free agent corners you think are out there? Let me pull up the list. And Javon Holland, the safety of the Dolphins, he's also going to be available. There's a few good cornerbacks in the free agent crop for next year. I was just looking at the list yesterday. Top 50 free agents. Cornerback-wise, DJ Reed of the Jets. That's one of those cornerbacks. Charvarius Ward of the San Francisco 49ers, another cornerback. Who else? Rasul Douglas, another cornerback. So there's going to be some corners available next year. Y'all. We need to get active. We need to sign one. Asante Samuel Jr., someone I got my eyes on. There's going to be corners. There's going to be safety. There's going to be DBs galore in next year's free agency, unless they're all franchise. And Washington's first-round pick will most certainly be a cornerback. Does anybody have any update on Jonathan Allen and Dorrance Armstrong? If you do, let me know before we get out of here, because we about to call it a stream, because Lord knows I need to go eat a bunch of fucking food right quick. I need to go get some food into my system, had a nice breakfast. We're going to have a nice dinner, and then we're going to swallow our losses. Swallow. Y'all going to pause me for that one, I know. But we're going to go take it on the chin and go hop on this Ravens channel with Yolanda later. But we went head-to-head with them. Yep. I seen us go head-to-head with the best team in the league and only lose by 7. Down B-Rob, I feel great. Appreciate you, David Brown. What up? I'm still feeling good. I'm not feeling good, but I'm going to feel fine by the morning. I'm going to go back and watch some of this tape. We're going to watch the replay of the broadcast. When my boy hits me with the all 22, I'm going to look at that as well. But we're still Gucci. Over here. We still running shit right now in the NFC East. We got a bunch of NFC games coming up and a bunch of winnable games on the schedule. We got the Panthers next week at home. Then we got the Chicago Bears at home. And then we go to the road. We go back up to MetLife and play the Giants for a second time this year. And then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday night, or is that the Dallas Cowboys game? We got a whole bunch of NFC football. Damn, do y'all say partially torn pec? Oh, he's cooked. Yeah, he's not even tradable with a fucked up pec. Yikes. So Allen is probably cooked for the season. Partially torn pec. Damn. How about Dorrance Armstrong? Is he okay? Is Dorrance Armstrong okay? I saw ribs. What's the injury? If that's the standard, we good on this side. Okay. The defensive scheme doesn't work because the talent isn't good. Yeah, exactly. Buddy Ryan couldn't make this defense play a phenomenal game versus a good offense right now. John Allen out for the year. Damn, man. Damn. I hit him with the TD Jakes. Have you ever been swallowed? Damn, man. John Allen, I hate to hear that for you, my boy. Nah, you should feel good, Rio. B-Rob was out, and we had in-game injuries. But despite all of that, the defense played bad. But we stood our ground at least. I can say that. We can say that. Oh, man. That pec injury used to tear Brian Arakpo. I know a pec hate to see Brian Arakpo coming. Damn, man. I knew that pec injury wasn't going to be good. Damn. How about Dorrance Armstrong? Is Dorrance Armstrong okay? It's hard not to want it now. We played okay. Some players, not so much. I want to be a juggernaut so bad, but I realize it isn't coming as quickly as we thought. We're still 4-2. We're still in good shape in this division. We beat the Panthers next week. We're still controlling our destiny, even though I hate that fucking cliche. But thank goodness we got Johnny Newton. We're going to see what Johnny Newton's capable of now. Everybody, but we've been all on Jonathan Allen's neck all season. We've been on his neck all season. We're going to see just exactly what Johnny Newton is hitting on. We're going to find out very soon. But we getting ready to wrap this one up, y'all. We got 567 in the chat. Smash that like button. I'm about to go eat some food and kick back and watch some NFC East Red Zone. We finna hate watch some Dallas Cowboys. Jaden threw for the third most yards earlier. Jaden Hurts also 264 and 2 touchdowns. They got a dub today. The Ravens are a better team. They beat us today. I'm going into my 33rd birthday smiling regardless because my Washington Commanders still sit atop the NFC East in first place as we speak. Let's hate watch these Dallas Cowboys. I will see y'all on Yolanda's channel later. I will drop that community post for the link to that. And wow, Dak Prescott just threw a goal line interception. Was that an interception? Let's go. Love to see that. I will drop the link to Yolanda's channel later on. Make sure y'all check that out. Washington falls to 4-2. Lamar did his shit. 30-23. Lamar did his shit. Zay Flowers did his shit. Derrick Henry did his shit. Mark Andrews came back. We got a little bit of everything from the Ravens offense. No Brian Robinson. But Jaden Daniels still had a solid outing. He had a pretty good outing for a rookie playing against a juggernaut today. He was 24 for 35 for 269, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, both touchdowns going to Scary Terry McLaurin, who was not able to really hit him for a big hitter today, but he used those hands and he corralled 2 touchdowns. Washington has the Carolina Panthers up on the schedule next. At home, we're home 2 weeks in a row to Carolina and Chicago to shake back. Congratulations again, and GG's, and good win, and respect to the Baltimore Ravens. I will eat my humble pie. Y'all have shut me the fuck up for right now. We will see y'all again one day. We will see y'all again one day, and just know it's smoke every time y'all pop up on the schedule. Y'all not going to be beating up on my football team no more. Y'all enjoy piling on my team. JD5 is still him. I will talk to y'all later. Hell to the Washington Commanders, all that good shit.